Hey guys, this is going to be my recap for the third stop of the 2022 Tackle Warehouse Pro Circuit on Lake Pickwick. We made the top 50 in this event. We finished in 42nd place, and I pretty much kept it simple. I caught most of my fish with the exception of one on 2 different baits and setups. So on day 1, I had found some fish late in practice that were spawning on a shallow area with some cypress knuckles and stuff. And so to catch those fish, I was literally just going in there with a Texas rig Biffle bug. I love doing this. This is pretty notorious for doing it on a hard head or a swivel head, but I like doing it as a Texas rig. Tommy Biffle likes to do it too. He's a good friend of mine. This was Sooner Run. I had a few of them rigged up. I had one with a black neon Sooner Run. I had a gizzard shad colored on too because there was a little bit of a shad swing going on, but they weren't really on it that first morning. But anyway, caught a few key fish on that, lost a few key fish. That happens in the spring when they're spawning. Sometimes they just don't eat it because they're not trying to eat it. They're just trying to get it off the bed. I was really excited. I got to use my custom Kistler rod. So I designed this on the custom Kistler website. But this is basically a 7.2 medium heavy. I've got a helium blank on this rod, custom wind grips, Philippians 413, put a little bass logo on there. And I went with some OSU black and orange, go Cowboys. But anyway, I had that with a Kistler 7.3 to 1 gear ratio. This is the Series 1 reel. I'm beating these things to death, and they work fantastic. 17-pound fluorocarbon, 3/8 ounce weight with a peg weight. Might have could have went a little lighter with that weight as that water fell a little bit and it got shallower. Maybe a little lighter weight would have made it easier for those fish to pick that up. It's hindsight for me. But anyway, that was the main setup. I did catch one random fish on a spinnerbait on day 1, but all my flipping fish and pitching fish came on that. Then we went to some offshore eelgrass, and you know, those fish, most of these fish were trying to spawn. There were still a lot of pre-spawn fish, but there were some post-spawn fish and some pre-spawn fish set up out deep still. I thought I'd figured out a way to do well, and it was going to get better each day because at the end of day 1, I lost a giant, caught a 3-pounder, caught 2 other keepers, and caught a couple shorts offshore in some eelgrass that I'd found in pre-practice. They were loaded up there in pre-practice 3 or 4 weeks ago, but anyway, so I thought on day 2 I'm going back there and landing on them, and we did. We caught 17 pounds, 16 pounds, 15 ounces. But I had 2 different chatterbaits going, and one I had a 1/2 ounce, one was a 3/4 ounce. This is a 1/2 ounce Seeker by Motion Fishing. You can see that nice skirt. Bobby Robertson and I designed that. It's like a gizzard shad color. It's got a little bit of green in it, a little bit of gray, a little blue sparkle. I had that paired with a sight flash colored fork tail. And just throwing that out there. That eelgrass was in about 6 or 8 foot of water. Throwing that out there, letting it sink all the way to the bottom, and then retrieving as slow as I could. That would keep catching the eelgrass, so that you had to pop it out of there. I was throwing both of those setups. I had this. I was also running another chatterbait, a jackhammer. So the difference between the Seeker and the jackhammer, the Seeker has a real sporadic. It hunts kind of like a wiggle wart, and the jackhammer is real tight wobble. So it's 2 totally different looks at the fish get to see. So I like throwing 2 different ones, but this one has a really cool erratic action. You can see I beat the paint off of that one. But I was throwing both of them on a 7.6 Kistler Z-Bone. So this is a medium heavy powered 7.6 fast tip Z-Bone. I love this rod, love this setup. Again, 7.3 to 1 Kistler Series 1, 17-pound fluorocarbon. I talked to Brett Hyde. He likes to throw 20 on all his chatterbaits, but I like to throw 17 sometimes. I'm cool with it. You can still boat flip them all. Anyway, but that was it. We kept it simple. We only caught 3 fish on the final day, but we had some motor issues. And but anyway, real happy with that. Top 50 finish, good points to help us get back on track towards the right direction. So we've cashed 2 checks out of the 3 events, and we've got better each event. So the next stop's Lake Guntersville. But if you guys got any questions, shoot them my way. I'll respond to them as soon as I can. And the next Pro Circuit stops on Guntersville, so hopefully we do well there too. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.